please. We have reached the very important issues which are actually having the concern with the learning, the teaching learning process. I have informed you in classes, always we are announcing what to learn. Huh? This is the point, we have revised, now you have to learn. Next is this we have solved and these formulas are there. You have to remember those formulas. These are the rules for the present indefinite tense. These are the helping verbs. These are the rules. With the help of this, you can identify so and so is the present indefinite tense. And if we use this, we can convert it into the any form. And you have to remember this. Now, if we are asking child to have a proper analysis of this situation, we ask them to now start thinking. So it means in our whole teaching learning process, we are focusing on the three things: what to learn, what to remember, and what to think. But have at any time in our teaching, we have told the students how to learn. What are the factors responsible for learning? How to remember? What are the things? What are the tools which student is having to remember the things? And third is the thinking process. In the information load, I still remember that in 2002, forget the name of the Google CEO, Chief Executive Officer. He said that for every second day, we are creating as much information as we have done from the dusk to the dawn of the even evolution of man. मतलब जो जनरेशन स्टार्ट हुई है, एवोल्यूशन स्टार्ट हुई है, उस तो लेके 19th और 20th सेंचुरी ਵਿੱਚ ਅਸੀਂ ਜਿੰਨੀ ਇਨਫੋਰਮੇਸ਼ਨ ਕ੍ਰੀਏਟ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੀਤੀ, ਜਿੰਨੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਹਰ ਸੈਕੰਡ ਤੇ ਕ੍ਰੀਏਟ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ. ਐਂਡ ਇਨ ਦਾ ਸਿਨੈਰੀਓ ਆਫ ਦੈਟ ਇਨਫੋਰਮੇਸ਼ਨ ਓਵਰਲੋਡ, we are expecting our child to go for the thinking. But again, we are not telling the student how to think. So it means if the child is not having the information how to learn better, how to remember the things better, and how to think the things better, then how they will perform. The problem is not with, as I said in my initial presentation, the problem is not with the child. The problem is with our teaching learning process, the persons, the stakeholders who are directly or indirectly related with this process. I was going through one of the book. The name of the book is What Did You Ask at School Today? Very important. The book is of the Kamala S. Mukanda. She is the psychologist, started her career in United States of America, then returned back to the India, and then started thinking over this. And when she was writing this book, in the beginning of that book, she has written, okay, when I was writing the introduction, majority of psychologists and neuroscientists approached me. They said, okay, you are writing this book for the teachers, but teachers don't read. Then how you feel that your book will be having any kind of advantage to the teachers? Then in the introduction, she has written, yes, it's reality, my dear teachers, they are not reading. They are coming to the school without any preparation, without having the knowledge about the tools for the learning. What actually are the factors which are enhancing the learning? What are the factors which are not promoting the learning, which are not promoting the remembering capacity of the child? And that is the reason that without any preparation, we are in the classrooms, we are in our routine teaching. In the classroom, the students stand, good morning, Bible ka Khalsa, Bible ki Fateh, sit down, and then we all of a sudden take out your notebooks, take out your books. One of the child, we ask you, please stand up, start reading. We are completing the syllabus, and then in the last, we are asking now, this we have covered. We are not interacting with the students. This we have covered. this is your homework. Tomorrow again I will see whether you have completed your homework or not. On very next day, the teacher same again enter in the classroom, ask how many have completed the homework. Those who have not completed, they are being sorted, and then again start continue with his or her life. The problem is there. It's not possible. There is not, I think you all have gone through the B.Ed. Teaching is not everybody's cup of tea. Neither there are the strict tools which we can use and say, okay, if we implement this, it will result this. Why? Because as far as your research in labs are concerned, you know, okay, whenever you will mix sodium chloride and silver nitrate, the result will be the white precipitates of silver chloride along with the formation of a solution which contains sodium nitrate ions. This is a fixed one. But as far as behavior of human being and child is concerned, we can't expect anything. With the help of research, we can implement those. But we are not sure whether this is going to have any kind of positive outcome or not. We are helpless. But still, teachers, the psychologists, not in India. And I सोचो कि सिर्फ the problem is with the India only. In whole of the world, the same scenario is there. I still remember when that Steve Jobs, when he died, I was reading one of his article in the Tribune. So many things were dedicated to him, and there he has written, I forget the name of university, he said, okay, when I was called for the convocation of that university, he started his lecture, you will stay to listen, he said, my parents, you all know he was a doctor child. And he said his parents, both they are not graduate. They have not seen the colleges. So it's the wish of their parents our son, our child should go for the colleges. One of our resources we see colleges which United States of America, which students you all know the things are quite costly. उनको पैसा नहीं still they arrange and try to go for send the child. On very first day उन्हें देखा और वो छड़ के आ गए. और ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਐਪਲ ਦੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ discovery invention हुई थी, use the term invention, it was not a discovery, clear, and वो उन्हें अपने कैरेज ਵਿੱਚ ਕੀਤੀ ਸੀ ਔਰ ਉਹਨੇ ਉਸ ਕਨਵੋਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਿਹਾ ਸੀਗਾ ਕਿ ਅਗਰ ਮੈਂ ਕਿਤੇ ਕਾਲਜ ਜਾ ਚੁੱਕਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਤੇ ਅੱਜ ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀ ਖੜਾ. It means something is wrong with our system, not only in the India but all over the world. The teachers, as once last year I have made the committees of professional learning development, teaching learning process. There I was discussing. Simarjit was the member, Kiran Lee was the member, some other teachers are there, some of them have left. There I discussed once I was called in one of the B.Ed program, the presentation was on that action research. And the teachers were, I was made the judge there. So many presentations are being shown by the students get this action research show lecture. Then what a surprise to my situation, I asked, is it possible in present circumstances action research is possible in the classrooms or not? Because ਜਿਹੜੇ steps ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਦੱਸੇ ਹੋਏ ਆ, first you will encounter the problem, then you will go for the research, you will go for the resources, you will go through the things what are written there, then you will try to implement that. So many processes are there. But no doubt B.Ed teachers, you all have done the B.Ed, you have gone through that, you have appeared in the B.Ed exams also, you all have become more than 60, 70 or 80% also, but actually are you using that action research in your classroom or not? This is a still situation. Although action research is possible in the classroom. And it's not possible with the help of resources you have the tools, if this is possible, but it's not sure if research in some other parts of the classrooms, I'm not saying only word, I'm saying in suppose the research is being carried out in Amritsar and you feel that results can be applied in the Khadur Sahib also, again the difference is there. Because it's the mixture of genes, the creation of human being. This is a great mystery of our God. एक behavior brain ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੀ ਉਹਨੇ ਕੀ implementations ਕੀਤੀ, you can't generalize the results, but still it's possible. And how that is possible? It is possible only if you will have some kind of research or some kind of information related with that part of the human body which is actually responsible for all that processes which are being carried out in the class. And I think you all now understand the topic. The topic is neuroscience of teaching and learning. What are the factors which are responsible and what things are going on in your child then the learning is taking place. So that is why I have tried my best to prepare this presentation. To prepare this presentation, I have gone through the 8 or 10 books. Teachers, as far as recommendations of experts are concerned, they are saying to become a good teacher. Chalo, as far as principal is concerned, sometimes principal is not having the so responsibilities as you people are having, because principal, no doubt responsibility of principal is clear. Because researchers have pointed out he's a single one, but it has been carried out in researches whatever the performance of school is showing, the 40% contribution is alone that person. 40% of the very strange thing, although he's a single one person. But still, I am having the time, but that time is not possible as far as school is concerned. I have to devote the time in my home. To improve your communications, not only the communication skill, whatever things you are interested in, whether you are here to speak or you are there to give the instructions, you are there to teach the poem to the kindergarten students, you are there to teach the tenses to the primary classes, you are there to tell the quadratic equation formulas for 9th and 10th classes. You are there to teach the calculus or the laws of physics in 11th and 12th. The reading is must. They have written at least one book in 30 days. You have to read. And that book may or may not be associated with your subject. Then only you can improve. But even they are expecting the same thing from the students also. But we can't force the students to do this. Why? Because they are having the 6 subjects. You will ask them, okay, this is a very important book, go and read this. He will not take care. Why? Because already he is overburdened. And even if I will see you, you will also not involve yourself. Why? Because you will say, okay, at my home, so many domestic things are waiting for me. When you are going back to home, your child, he or she is waiting for you. Your husbands are having the expectations, your family members, relatives, all are having the expectations from you. You have to take care of that thing also. And side by side, you have to look after your children also. And it is possible only if you will be having the proper things in your mind. I will try my best to explain. But still, if you are really interested, if you like this presentation, okay, what are the topics which are being discussed here, then I will give you the list of books also. Try to go through those books. You will definitely, the things are going to help you when you will involve yourself in actual classroom teaching. So as far as that presentation is concerned, it's the neuroscience of teaching and learning. What that neuroscience